This interview was recorded in fall of 2023.
You were, God, one of the best players in the state of Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cincinnati Enquirer Player of the Year. I can go on and on with all the awards you've won, but what's your secret sauce, man?
Just I hate losing. I love it. Yeah, it's cool. Like if I score 30 points, but that doesn't matter if I score 30 and we lose. Like who cares?
Ipsaro, welcome to What's in Your Bag.
I appreciate you for having me.
Absolutely. So usually I've got this good memory of meeting people, but I am not sure when we first met. Do you remember when we first met? Because I feel like we've always said what's up and we dap up and all that because we know a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
But do you remember the moment we first met?
I honestly have no clue.
I don't either.
I have no clue.
And usually I remember every single moment. I don't mean that in a bad way that it wasn't.
No. Yeah.
It's probably just a random hey, what's up?
No, you're right. I don't remember either, for real.
So I've been watching your game for a long time. You know, your whole career with CovCath. And the funny thing is, a buddy of mine who doesn't follow high school basketball in the greater Cincinnati area came to a game with me, and we watched you play. And I said to him before the game, I said, you see that kid number 2 right there? I said, he will be the best player on the court. You know what my buddy said to me?
I don't believe you.
He said, no way.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Game's over, and he went, wow. He was by far the best player on the court.
You know what game it was?
Yes, McNick.
McNick?
Yes.
Yeah.
The McNick game,
Yeah, I remember that.
you went off. And we're going to talk about that game a little bit.
I didn't even play the fourth quarter, but yeah.
You did. And your mid-range, your midi game was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was by far was the best player on the court, and I told him that. So I've watched, you play for a long time, but I'm interested to hear about, your journey. So on the show, what we do, every person that comes in brings a bag. We're going to go over your bag here in a second, and you're to bring in 2 items. One item that represents your journey in life, and the other item is a pair of shoes. I'm a sneaker guy.
Mm-hmm.
About that represents your journey in basketball. Now, I don't know what item you brought in, and that makes the conversation very organic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's talk about your bag first.
This is just a bag Miami gave us. Got my number on it.
Number 2.
Got my name tag on it.
Oh, you got your little...
With a little Bitmoji looking thing.
I like that.
Yeah.
You think that looks like you?
I don't know.
The legs are a little skinny there, Ev. Legs are a little skinny.
I ain't never worn tights either, but
no.
I guess they put them on there.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So this is your your Miami book bag, and obviously you've had a long journey with basketball.
Mm-hmm.
My question for you is, why basketball? Why is that the sport that you chose?
So growing up, I played basketball and soccer. Those were my main 2 sports.
The rumor is that you were a better soccer player than hooper.
That is true, actually.
This is what I heard.
No, that's facts. I was nice at soccer.
I've heard this from several people.
Yeah, but then it just got to the point where, once I think I quit soccer 8th grade year, and I just had to pick one, and I enjoyed basketball more, so I just decided to spend all my time playing basketball.
So what is it about the game of hoops that just really you gravitated towards that, especially when you're better at another sport at that time?
Probably more like soccer, you playing with 10 other dudes on the field. So it's basketball, it's a lot closer. So I just felt like basketball meant more to me. And I had always liked basketball more. If I had a preference, I would choose basketball over soccer, but it was just weird. I was good at soccer, but nah, I've always just basketball's always been my favorite sport.
Now, one thing about a player that plays, especially at the college level, many of them play AAU basketball. You played AAU basketball. I know you played for the Royals at one point, then Indiana Elite. You even wore a Shining Star jersey for a couple games.
Three games, yeah.
Three games. Indiana Elite, obviously that's a very high level, very respected AAU program, 3 stripes. How did the game of AAU basketball help you out?
I mean, ever since I started playing AAU 4th grade with the Royals, I played with them all the way, or I started playing in 3rd grade actually. I played with them all the way up until 6th grade, and like literally every weekend we was just traveling. Like thanking my parents, I don't know how they did that, but like, you know, taking like a 4th grader all the way around the country, like we're going to Alabama and stuff like that. We playing nationals and all that. So like that was really cool, and that's what kind of like started to build my love for the game, because like you're not doing that unless you don't love basketball. And so then I played for Bates Fundamentals my freshman year.
Yeah.
That's when I played with like Ray and Coy and them. And then after that I went to Indiana Elite and played 2 years there. And it's just like, AAU's just like, that's how you get seen, really, like, unless you're just like a stud or you go to like Mount Verde or IMG or one of them like big time schools, you know. A lot of schools aren't really going to see you like that, especially not like 5'11" point guard. So playing on like the circuit definitely helped me out a lot.
And you meet a lot of players, right?
Oh, yeah.
Whether they're on your team or you're playing against them, because in AAU you could play at 11 o'clock and you've got to sit till 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock, and you get to talk with other players and watch other players, and it becomes I think a good thing socially for players.
Yeah, no, that's 1,000%. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I remember, especially like growing up, like I still talk to, it's weird. So like in tournaments I play in, like when I played on the Royals, the Cincinnati Royals, like we would play against kids that I played with on Indiana Elite. Almost every single kid on the team I've played multiple times. So like when like that first like practice came around, it wasn't like, oh, who's this kid? Like I've known him for a while, and like they knew who I was. So I mean, that's basically how AAU is. Everybody knows everybody. So yeah.
Did you have that one game? I know you did, but did you have that one game in AAU where the gym was completely packed? You couldn't wait to play this other team, and it was like go time.
I'd say is that junior year when we played Midwest, first game on the circuit. Yeah.
And Midwest had who?
Gabe, Reed, all those guys.
Yep.
That was a fun game.
Loaded.
Yeah, no, that.
And you guys were loaded too.
Yeah, we had like JQ, he went to Vandy. Logan Imes was going to Penn State, now he's at Notre Dame. Amir Robinson, who played with the Blue Chips for a while, now he's on Nevada. So no, we had a lot of really good dudes. Yeah.
So what happened that game? You gotta give me the rundown.
We ended up losing, actually. We lost.
How'd you play?
I played all right. I was guarding Reed the whole game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've guarded him. How many times I played? I probably played Reed like 10, 15 times. I played him a lot. So yeah, I like kind of know his game, but nah, he's a really good player. I think he ended up with like 12 points, which that's not.
I mean, for a guy like, he's going to UK and big time player. That's a
no. He's good. He's
McDonald's
really
All-American, right?
Yeah, he's good.
That's good
really
defense.
Good. Yeah. It's just weird though. Like you look over there, you see like Mike Woodson, you see like Gonzaga's coach, you see all those guys. It's just like I remember seeing you on TV, and now you're sitting there watching my game. So
do you get nervous when you see all those coaches sitting there at that time?
Honestly, it's not even like nerves. It's just like you look over and you see them. You're like, it's kind of like that wow factor. You're just like what I said earlier. Like I remember like watching these guys like on TV. Well, not watching them play, but watching them coach like their team. So it's just like that wow factor. Like I'm really like playing in front of them right now. So it's really cool.
For sure. All right, let's jump into your first item.
All right, this is gonna take some explaining, but
okay.
So I brought my laptop.
Uh-oh. Okay, explain. You got a lot of stickers on here and stuff.
It's Miami and Cupcake film.
Okay.
Watch a ton of film. You gotta watch film. It's part of basketball.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So every single game, they did a great job of Cupcake and Richmond, honestly, like putting games up there. I probably watch every single game in high school that I played at least 3 or 5 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does film do for you? I know some players just go out and play. They don't really watch film, but obviously you study film of yourself and probably opponents. What do you get out of that?
I'd say like the biggest flaw a lot of people do when they watch film is they'll put it on their highlights and watch what they do good, which that's fine. But also you got to watch the whole game and realize like if someone's beating you baseline, like you got to learn how to stop that. So I think like a majority of the time you got to watch the whole game and figure out like areas of your game that you can improve on. So
yeah, for sure. Now, when you were in high school, did you watch games with like, you know, your mother, dad, brother, and have them help break down film with you?
No. No, I didn't. Me and my brother are really close. We would watch like a lot of our games together, but he was always like, he's like never impressed with what I do. So that's like a brother thing though.
I was going to say, so your brother John, he goes to school here.
Yeah.
2 years older than you, correct? And so when I came to practice a couple weeks ago, whenever it was, and we were practicing actually in this gym here, and your brother and I, and you were over here talking, and your brother was like being critical of you.
That's how he is, yeah. That's how all brothers are though, I think. I hope it's not just him, but yeah.
You know, younger brother, you want him to do well and stuff.
Yeah, he's just, yeah. I couldn't remember last time he beat me in a one-on-one game though. He gets mad about that.
You let him know that.
Yeah, I always been better than him. Yeah, yeah.
But you guys have a good relationship.
Great relationship. Yeah, that's my best friend. Really. Yeah, it's a big reason I came here too.
Oh, that's cool. So I've heard in interviews and I've read you've talked a lot about the impact of your mother and what she's done for you. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, literally like anything that I've ever needed or wanted, like she's done everything she can. She always puts me before herself, like no matter what it is. Like I have 2 other siblings, and like the amount of times that she's had to like leave, like doing whatever she wants to do to like take me to an AAU tournament or take me to practice, or even like over COVID, like when I was training, she was like making me get out of bed so that she'd drive me over to Kentucky actually to go train. So, I mean, yeah, she just always wanted the best for me. And it wasn't like she was forcing me to do this stuff. It was just like she wanted what was best for me, and that's always how she's been.
That's what moms do.
Yeah.
And I'm sure your father, both mother and father, are excited that you're here because that's an easy drive for them to get here. Also, your father, talk a little bit about him.
Nah, he's amazing too. I mean, he's always been there for me. I mean, both my parents been to almost every single game I've ever played in. Like they don't miss games. Even like my dad would like take off like work, and he works a lot, or he did work a lot. Not as much anymore, but he did work a lot, and he would like skip all that stuff to come watch me play. So like the amount of sacrifices that him and my mom made for me were like I'll never, like, college is free, but I'll never be able to pay him back. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you have a sister, right? Shout out to your sister. Does she go to UK?
Quincy. Nah, she goes to UC now.
She goes to UC?
Yeah, she graduated from UK in 3 years.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, she's smart.
She's the smart one in the family.
No, she is.
Yeah?
Yeah. It kind of is like weird. But my sister was like smart, not athletic, no offense. John, he's smart too. Not kind of athletic.
Yeah.
Me, I was just like athletic, like kind of smart. Like not as much, but yeah.
That's what happens in families.
Yeah, it just started to like kind of like seesaw. So.
But it wouldn't be fair to have everybody be the same person. It's
yeah.
Kind of cool to have.
No, yeah, there's a good mix. Yeah, there's a good mix.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, now it's time for the shoes.
Okay.
My favorite.
All right, these are gonna take some explaining too.
Okay.
These beach shoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't smell too bad, do they?
They shouldn't.
Okay.
I haven't worn them in a while, but
okay.
Yeah. I think these are called the Exhibit A's.
Okay.
Got these from playing on the Adidas circuit.
Yep.
Yeah, so I wore these as soon as we played Midwest.
These things are beat up.
But yeah, I was wearing these shoes when Coach Steele, he offered me, first time he saw me play, I was wearing these shoes. And then when he got the job here, he offered me, but I remember him clearly watching. So like I was wearing these shoes when Coach Steele first saw me play, and that's when he offered me. And I also played Ian in these shoes and had my highest scoring game ever, actually.
Your teammate currently, Ian Elmer, who goes to school here,
Yeah.
plays with you. So, yeah, you want to talk a little trash about it, to him about it? You know, you got to rub it in a little bit more.
Yeah, so
Ian's right over there.
Yeah. So the story is, we won too. I had 50. This is scrimmage.
Wait a minute, you had 50?
I had 50.
Ian, who were you guarding?
He was guarding me.
Wow, you had 50?
Yeah, but he says he had 30. That's always his comeback. He's like, I had 30.
That's not enough, bro.
No, it's not.
Wow.
I don't know how many. I don't really know.
Shoes.
Yeah, and these.
What, you need to autograph these and give them to Ian and let him put them in the dorm room.
Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know how many. I think we played 5 quarters though. So.
Okay.
Like if we went into overtime.
But that's still
Yeah.
that's 50.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
So these have a special meaning to you. Travis Steele watched you and then obviously offered you right after you got the job and given a 50 piece to Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's talk a little bit more, man. Let's get up, go for a walk here. All right. So you start out at New Richmond as a freshman. You had a good freshman season.
Oh yeah.
You were like the leader. I mean, that's a lot to be a freshman and kind of be thrown in a leadership position.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have a senior on the team, so like somebody kind of got to step up, like somebody had to step up and do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like all those dudes, like I grew up with all of them, so like they've been my friends for a while. So and they like we've played countless hours of basketball, so like they respected me and they knew I was pretty good. So yeah, they basically just followed my lead, and they never really thought like, oh, he's a freshman, like I'm not listening to this dude. No,
Right.
That was never a thing. We all wanted to win, so yeah.
So then you go to Covcath, you transfer to Covcath. You found a great home at Covington Catholic.
Great home, yeah.
Great home. Tell us how you grew as a basketball player at Covcath.
Oh, so I came in, they would always get on me for not shooting the ball enough. So I think that's like my biggest area of growth.
Now, why is that coming from New Richmond? I mean, you got buckets, man.
I mean, I only averaged 15 at New Richmond.
You put up some shots, right?
Yeah, no, I had a couple pretty good games in there. Yeah. But no, I think it was probably just because it was a new program. I mean, I figured it out fine by the end of the season. I was fine, but it's completely different going from New Richmond to Covcath, especially like coaching wise. Coach Roussette's off the court, one of the best guys you'll ever meet. Like me and him still text all the time. Not even about basketball at the time. It's just like I see him as like a role model for me, and he's a really good guy, someone I can always talk to. So, no, yeah, but he gets mad though. No,
Watch out.
You just kind of got to look at the floor, because if you make eye contact with him, he's coming for you. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But you found a family there at
yeah.
Covcath, and a lot. I mean, going from New Richmond to Covcath. I mean, you're talking about opposite sides of the map. You're probably pretty nervous and had some expectations of what it might be like at Covcath, but you found a home there.
Yeah.
Great family.
Yeah, I mean, Covcath was amazing, honestly. Like, they never saw me as like someone that was just transferring in. Like, as soon as I got there, like, all the guys there were just like, they brought me in as like, just like, oh, now he's a part of our family here. And, that extends to like the basketball team too. Like, that basketball like team, my sophomore, junior, and senior year that we had at Covcath, like, those are some of the closest teams I've ever been on. Literally doing everything, like outside of basketball, just going out to eat and everything. Like, we were always together. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And so you play 3 seasons with Covcath. You finish second all-time leading scorer.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
1,987 points.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Now, but here's what's more impressive to me. Much like one of your good friends, Brady Hardawig, who we interviewed on here as well.
Yeah.
But a lot like Brady, both of you all obviously are very gifted offensively, but I think you're an excellent passer. I think Brady's an excellent passer. Where does that come from?
I think that literally just comes from playing a lot of basketball and watching film, like I said earlier. Like, there's things you'll see, like, you'll dribble, say you dribble to the right and someone backdoors, you don't see him in the game, you see it on film. Next time you dribble over, that's what you're looking for. And even if it happens, 1 out of every 5 times, that's a layup and that's a score. So, like, just watching a lot of film and just, I feel like I've always had a pretty good, like, feeling for the game, just knowing, like, where guys are at all times. So, like, a little bit of it was kind of, like, natural, a little bit God-gifted, but also a big part of it was watching film.
You just said something which I totally agree with. You have great feel for the game. I watched practice a couple weeks ago. I watched practice today. You have a great feel. Your footwork is excellent. Soccer.
That's what it was. Swear. Soccer.
Your footwork is so good out there, and I think that helps you a lot right now.
Yeah, so, I mean, feel for the game, like, I think a lot of that just, like, yeah, it just goes into, like, playing a lot of basketball. Like I said earlier, like, you can't get really good at something without playing it a lot. And
True.
Yeah, going back to soccer, like, that's literally, you just use your feet.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep.
So, like, you got to, like, know where you're at all times, especially, like, running with the ball. I think it translates really well to basketball. I think soccer is, like, if you're trying to get good at basketball and you need, like, footwork and all that, I think soccer is the best thing for you. Yeah.
I've heard that. Kobe Kobe actually said that.
Kobe, yeah.
Now, I ask every player that comes on here, what's your secret sauce? Like, what makes you a great, I'm going to call you a great player because you were, God, one of the best players in the state of Kentucky. I think Cincinnati Enquirer Player of the Year. I can go on and on with all the awards you've won, but what's your secret sauce, man?
Just, I hate losing. I love it. Like, I mean, yeah, it's cool, like, if I score 30 points, but that doesn't matter if I score 30 and we lose. Like, who cares about that? No one's going to even see that.
Yep.
So, like, it's just winning and, you know, affecting the games in different ways, like taking charges, diving on loose balls, because, like, those type of things set the tone for the whole game. If you drive, somebody takes a charge on you, next time you drive, you're not driving the same way you did before. So I think it's a whole bunch of, like, little things that I do, I think, like, really impact winning.
I love that because one of the interviews that I watched here at Miami about you, they asked you one of your goals. You wanted to win a MAC championship. That was like the first thing that came out of your mouth. And sometimes you get freshmen and new players, they talk about trying to fit in and do this and that right away. Talk about winning a MAC championship.
I mean, that's the goal everywhere you go. No one wants to play on a losing team, and especially here, they've kind of had a couple down years.
Yep.
So I think we got a really gifted team this year, and I think we do have the guys to win a MAC championship, and that's what all of us want to do, which I think is really important. I don't think we have any guy that's like, oh, I just want to go get mine. I don't care about winning.
Right.
No, we don't have one of those. So.
Now, every player that plays at a high level has a move or something in their game that's just unique to them. Okay, Evan? So I want to know, do you have a move that you can show us? I'm going to get a ball here. Show us a move that's like unique to you. Something maybe you practice over and over.
All right, yeah.
You got something?
Yeah, I do.
All right, let's get a ball. See that. All right, Evan, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, show me what you got.
All right.
Because I'm going to steal this from you. I'm going to add it to my bag.
All right, that's fine. I couldn't tell you who came up with the move.
Okay.
I think I just saw it somewhere, but it's close to a travel. So like you really got to like watch yourself in the game.
Okay.
What you got to do is you jab this way, but at the same time you cross over. So it's a cross jab.
Okay.
So like if you catch it, someone's over here, you just go like this. Yeah. It's hard to guard, really. It's like a shifty move. Yeah.
I'd probably travel.
Yeah, that's what you got to watch out for, because you can't go like this and then pick this foot up.
Right.
No, you just got to catch it and go like that.
You think most refs, sometimes those refs aren't very good?
No, I've gotten caught for it a couple times, but most of the time, like, especially in high school, it worked a lot in high school. Dudes would just, fall for it every time. Not as much in college, but sometimes in college. But, like, once you do it, like, I remember I did it one of the very first games of the season. They called a travel, and I told him to go watch the film on it. He refed our game. He refed our game like a little bit later, and he's like, "I did it again." He didn't call it travel after the game. Like, I talked to him a little bit, and he was like, "Yeah, like I watched the film on it.
Really?
It's not a travel." Yeah.
Wow. Most referees
Be friends with the refs.
Be friends with the refs.
I'm not with a lot of them, but that guy was. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So you practice that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for all the young people that are watching this, how much time do you spend working on moves and working on your game in the off season?
Man, if you count film too, which I brought up a lot, man, I probably spend like an hour and a half, 2 hours in the gym, and then I watch basketball for probably like 2.5, 3 hours outside. Not just only my games, but like one of my favorite players of all time, Rajon Rondo. I've watched probably 150 Rondo games, and Steve Nash.
Okay.
Kind of the two guys I kind of try to model one game after. Yeah.
All right. Good stuff. So next time you see me, I'll have that move down.
Well, you haven't played in 8 months.
Bet.
So.
I haven't played in 12 years.
12 years. He hasn't shot a basketball in 8 months till today.
I haven't really shot a basketball yet. It's been a while.
It's crazy.
But I can beat Stu and Colin Cruzy, who are filming right now. Let's just make sure we note that. You guys got that down? You got that on film? Okay, good. All right, Evan. We're going to play a little game here. You ready?
Yeah, let's do
it. GOAT. What's that stand for?
Greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time. Okay. We're going to go through 3 GOATs. I want to know your 3 GOATs. Here's the first question. Basketball. Who is the GOAT of basketball?
LeBron or Jordan. But
you got to pick one.
No.
Come on, you can't be.
I'm not picking one. They're both the GOAT for their era.
Okay, all right, for their era.
Yeah.
All right, what do you like about LeBron's game?
His ability to see the floor. He literally sees everything.
Yep. Always really makes the right play.
Really good with ball fakes too. Sells a lot of great player. I don't like his flopping though.
There's a lot of flopping.
But you do learn from it. You got like you gotta learn to flop. You do.
We'll talk
Charges?
Charges.
When someone hits you, bro?
Charges.
Ain't nobody going that far back, but
Yeah, he's too big sometimes to flop. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, you're a little bit.
no, that is true. That's true.
All right, Jordan.
He's been known. The things he's done outside of basketball, like Jordan gear,
Yeah.
literally, like, I don't know how no one, like, you have to call him the GOAT. Change basketball. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Next, the GOAT of music. Who's your music GOAT?
Oh, wow.
Now, before we did this interview, you were up there. I don't know if you want to call that study table. You guys had up there with your teammates, and you guys were playing music, which was I just was sitting there laughing, thinking about it. But who's your music GOAT?
Right now, I'm going to say Rod Wave.
Man, there's been a lot of Rod Waves. Okay, what is it about Rod Wave?
You can't always listen to, like, the rap that, you know, like, you try to, like, listen to get pumped up. He's like a chill rapper.
Okay.
And if you actually listen to what he says, like, I'm not depressed at all. Everybody says he's a depressed rapper, but nah, I just think, like, his messages are dope, and I think he's got a great voice. So, yeah, Rod Wave the GOAT.
All right.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got this generation on lock.
Yeah.
What music do you listen to pump you up before a game?
I don't listen to pump-up music.
You don't listen to anything?
No, I listen to music, but not pump-up music.
What do you
I'll get way
listen
too.
to?
I'll get, like, the last thing I need is to get, like, more pumped up for a game.
Gotcha. So so give me a song. So you guys play Evansville, first game, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, play Evansville.
Yeah.
Who are you going to listen to before you walk out there?
A little bit of Uzi, Rod Wave.
Okay.
A little bit of 42 Doug. Yeah, guys like that. Lil Baby,
Okay.
Dirk.
All right.
All them. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Last one. All right. In your family, who's the GOAT?
My mom.
Say why.
I mean, I already said it. I couldn't tell you one thing that, like, isn't, like, perfect about her. Like, she literally is, like, anything you need, she'll do. And that's not just for me. Like, literally, she's the most caring person. She'll do that for anybody, you know, especially her family, though. I mean, yeah. Yeah, mom's definitely the GOAT.
I love it. She's going to like hearing that.
Yeah, no, she will. Yeah.
Have you ever
she always texts me after, like, these interviews, after, like, I talk about her. She's like, thank you for putting me in there. Yeah. Yeah.
You ever called her the GOAT before? This would be the first time?
No, I did.
Okay.
In an interview with Miami, they asked me who my GOAT was.
Okay.
Just GOAT. I said my mom.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I like that. Mm-hmm. All right, so I think it's time for you and us to have a contest. What do you think?
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Come on. All right, Ev, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, you got to pick here, select what our competition is going to be.
Let's do it.
You think you're going to beat me no matter what it is? You confident?
Yeah.
Division I college player, like one of the great high school basketball players? Can you beat this washed up?
We'll see.
Okay.
I mean, I guess we're going to find out.
We're going to find out. What we got here?
Free throw contest.
Free throw. Now, how good of a free throw shooter are you?
I shot 90 my junior year. I shot, I think, 88 my senior year. So,
Ooh.
pretty good numbers. Pretty good numbers.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I might have my hands full.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do the best out of 5.
Huh?
Do you want to shoot first?
No, you got it.
Oh, I'm going first?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Let's see what I got here. Coach Stu. Number 1.
Is that the routine?
That's the routine.
3 triple.
Yep, keeping it simple. Oh, can we edit those going in? Can we, Cruzy? So that's the routine right there. Look up. You know why I did this? Because when I played college basketball, I changed my routine. The crowd was always behind, and they, wave and stuff. So I wanted to not concentrate on them. So I spin, 1, 2, 3, spin, and that way I wouldn't look at the crowd.
2 for 3.
Yep. Ah! Man,
This is a big shot.
this is a real big shot.
Yeah.
You know I'm gonna be talking trash to you while you shoot.
All right, that's fine.
There we go. Let me ask you a question before you shoot. Why Miami?
Oh my. A lot of reasons.
Okay.
Close to home.
Yep.
About a 50-minute drive. My brother goes here. Coach Steele was the first coach to ever call me when he was at Xavier. I built a connection with the whole staff. I think it's one of the most enjoyable staffs to ever be around. You can't ask anybody that. They're like the funniest people ever.
Right.
Yeah.
I see it in practice, man. So much energy.
Oh, yeah.
Coaches talking trash.
All the time. That's every day. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. Talk about Coach Steele. Obviously, you come play for a coach. You want to have a good relationship with that coach. Talk a little bit about him on the court and off the court.
I'd say first thing, he's just honest. He'll shoot you straight. Sometimes, it's not what you want to hear, but I mean, he's honest. And like, I don't want a coach that's going to come over here and be like, oh yeah, or like in the recruiting process, it's like, yeah, you're going to play as soon as you come in, blah, blah, blah. He shot me straight. Like, as soon as he's like, you're going to have an opportunity to play, you're going to have an opportunity to help us, but you're going to have to prove it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right. You ready? You ready for some honesty? You're going to lose, okay? You're going to lose. First one. We're having a shooting contest over here, Ian. Free throw shooting. 1 for 1. 1 for 1. Okay. Shoes, Adidas, untied. Man, I'm getting a little nervous. I was 3 for 5?
Yeah, 3 for 5.
Yeah, you're 2 for 2. Okay.
Yeah. So if I make one more, we tie.
All right. So let me ask you this question: the transition from high school to college. First, let's start with the biggest challenge you've had thus far.
That's tough. First, I'd probably say how much more physical it is, how much more you can get away with.
Yeah.
Probably say that. Like, it's like when you're going for a rebound, it's the most physical thing ever. Like, you literally just got to put your shoulder on somebody and just like hit them as hard as you can. So I'd say physicality, probably the biggest difference. Yeah.
What's the thing that you feel like you were ready for when you got here?
Coaching. 100% coaching. Roussette's,
Yep.
great coach, but also gets mad. Steele, great coach. He gets mad too. That's how a coach has got to be, though. Like, I don't want some coach who's just gonna sit over here and just like laugh and have a good time all the time. Like, no, there's sometimes you got to be serious and that's what you got to do if you want to win. So,
sure. Yeah. All right, ready?
Yep. Nice little intermission.
Yep.
I gotta
try to get you cold a little bit. Oh, so we're tied.
Yeah.
3 for 3.
Yeah.
The recruiting process. One more question here.
Yep.
The recruiting process. What were some of the other schools you looked at?
The 2 other big ones were Furman.
Yep.
Who beat Virginia in the tournament last year, and then also Bellarmine.
Okay.
Yep.
Both great schools.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you're glad you chose this school here.
Yeah. I love it here.
Great alumni base, great education, and a beautiful campus.
Oh, yeah.
Unreal campus.
Yeah, known for the campus, yeah.
A lot of history here.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so don't miss this one. Dang. See, you know what? I'm just going to let you shoot this one anyway.
Should I shoot left-handed or something?
Huh?
Should I shoot like left-handed?
No,
style?
I mean, you got to try to go, 5 for 5, perfection.
5. All right.
You have to.
That's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
All right. Well, you are a good free throw shooter. I'll give that to you.
Yeah.
I'll let you win that.
I bet you did, yeah.
I wanted you to, feel confident,
Oh, yeah,
going
for
into the
sure.
whole-
I appreciate that. It means a lot.
So for our young people out there, give some advice to a young, aspiring college basketball player. The recruiting process is really tough right now. Transfer portal, just the whole landscape of AU is changing. What advice would you give a young player out there about the recruiting process?
Have a goal and do everything you can to get that. My goal is to play college basketball. And like, if you look at me, I don't fit the mold of a college basketball player. And just find ways to separate yourself. Like a lot of people say, but it's not only about scoring. There's so many other ways to affect the game. And I would just spend as much time as you can in the gym and just study basketball if you really love it, and chase your goal.
Evan, I think you'll be a fantastic college basketball player. I know Coach Steele very well. And he and I had a conversation as he was recruiting you, and I said, you got to get him. The history of the Miami program, getting it back to what they used to have here, I think you, players like Ian and others, are going to help with that. You're going to attract more players to come here. So I'm excited to watch your journey here at Miami. My last question for you is this, though. It's 2023. Where will you be? What will you be doing if you were to predict in 2030?
7 years.
Very good math.
Appreciate that. That's hard. If you would have given me like 15 years, I say coaching.
Okay, let's go with 15. I like
15,
that.
yeah.
Let's do
I'll be a coach somewhere.
it. Okay.
Probably not a head coach, but also I'm not coaching high school.
Okay, you want to do
yeah.
college?
Yeah, I want to be a college coach.
Why is that?
I mean, I love basketball. I can't get a job where you just sit at a desk and just, that's not me. I mean, I love basketball. I want to go out and recruit, travel around. I don't think I could ever like leave the aspect of a team. It's like a second family. So, yeah.
Perfect. Hey, man, you did a great job. Appreciate you coming on the show.
Appreciate you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm going to be at some games this year.
Sir.
All right?
Yep.
I'm cheering for you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Yep.
All right, Evan. One of the reasons I think a lot of people want to come on here is just to get the free food, okay? Got free gift cards to Penn Station. You like Penn Station?
Yeah.
What do you get?
Philly cheesesteak.
Ooh, good stuff here, man. Give Penn Station a shout out.
Appreciate it. Shout out Penn Station. I appreciate it.
Since this interview, Evan played his freshman year at Miami of Ohio. He started 11 games and finished the Mid-American Conference regular season as the league's leader in assist-to-turnover ratio. This coming 2024-2025 season, Evan Ipsaro has been named a team captain for the Red Hawks.